As of now, you should have Postgres database server successfully set up on your Windows or Mac. Now it is time for us to use pgadmin, which comes as part of Postgres database server, to actually create a database and also the user. Also, we need to make sure the permissions on database are granted to the user. We will be creating application database and application user. Also, we'll be granting permissions on application database to application user. Now, let me make sure I launch pgadmin so that we should be able to use this tool to connect to Postgres database server to take care of these tasks. Once we launch pgadmin, it will prompt for the master password of pgadmin first. You need to recollect the password related to pgadmin here, and then you have to enter the password. Keep in mind, this password is nothing to do with our database server password. This is pgadmin password only. Once you get into pgadmin, then you should be able to expand the servers and see the Postgres database server which we have connected to earlier using pgadmin. As of now, we have only one database, which is nothing but Postgres database. We should be able to right click on this Postgres database and then click on query tool. Using a query tool, you should be able to run Postgres database statements to actually take care of whatever we are looking for. You need to make sure you run the relevant queries to create database, user, and also grant permissions on database to the user. Let me close this scratchpad. When it comes to the first statement, it is nothing but create database, then database name. In this case, I'll be naming the database as itversity_retail_db. Now let me run this. It will take care of creating the database for us. Once database is created, now we are supposed to take care of creating the user. To create a user, we should be able to use this command, create user, then username, which is nothing but itversity_retail_user, then with encrypted password. Let me give the password as itversity. You can give the password of your choice. Let me add semicolon at the end. Now let me select this entire create user statement. Then let me click on execute to create user. You can see that the statement have executed successfully. Now it is time for us to grant permissions on itversity_retail_db to itversity_retail_user. To keep it simple, we'll be granting all the permissions on database to user. We should be able to say grant, then all, on. We have to specify database, then database name, which is nothing but itversity_retail_db to, then username, which is nothing but itversity_retail_user. Keep in mind that when it comes to Postgres database server, the relationship between the databases and users is many to many. It means in one Postgres database server, you can have as many Postgres databases as you want, and also you can have as many users as you want. Then you can grant permissions on one database to many users. Also, you can grant permissions on many databases to one user. There will be best practices which the team will follow to grant these permissions on databases to relative users. That being said, for now we have only one database and one user. We are trying to grant all the permissions on the single database itversity_retail_db to single user itversity_retail_user. Now let me select this, then let me click on this to run. You see the statement have executed successfully. As we have created the database, the user, and also as we have granted permissions on database to user, now let us make sure we use these credentials to connect to the newly created database. Once we are in the newly created database, then we should be able to use relevant commands to set up tables and the data in the tables. We'll go to the details as part of subsequent lectures.